Hey everyone, so you're looking for a great dog trainer here in North Olmsted, Ohio, and you want to make sure you get it right? Well, you're in the right place. We're going to walk through everything you need to know to pick the perfect pro for you and your dog.
You know exactly what I mean. Whether you're navigating the crowds at the Great Northern Shopping Center or just trying to enjoy a quiet stroll through North Olmsted Park, life is just so much better when your dog is calm and well-behaved. That's the whole point of good training, right?
Okay, here's our game plan. We'll start with why a local trainer's knowledge is a huge plus. Then we'll get into different training methods, cover what you should expect to pay, walk through how to actually choose a trainer, and finish up with some key local rules and resources you'll definitely want to know.
All right, first up, training in North Olmsted. Finding a trainer who really understands our local area, it's not just a nice to have, it can make a huge difference. This is all about training for real life here. A local trainer gets the challenge of teaching your dog to stay calm with planes flying low from the airport. They understand what it takes to have a polite dog on a busy Lorraine Road sidewalk or to keep their focus on the Berea Trail with bikes whizzing by. These are the practical skills that make your day-to-day life easier.
Okay, Section 2. Let's talk training philosophies. Now that you know why local knowledge is so valuable, let's get into the how. Understanding the different training methods out there is crucial before you even start looking.
The approach that's widely considered the most effective and humane is positive reinforcement. The whole idea is simple. You reward the behavior you want to see more of. It makes learning fun and builds a fantastic, trusting relationship, which is really the foundation for everything else.
So you can really see the contrast here. On the left, reward-based methods focus on building your dog's confidence. On the right, you have older, correction-based methods that use fear or intimidation. Those can actually backfire, creating new problems like anxiety, and they can seriously damage the bond you have with your dog.
So, how do you know if a trainer is qualified? Well, you can look for professional certifications. For general skills and obedience, a CPDTK is a really solid credential to look for. If you're dealing with more complex stuff like deep-seated fear or aggression, you'll want a specialist with a certification like the CBCCK.
Trainers offer a few different formats. Group classes are fantastic for basic obedience and getting your dog used to being around others. Private lessons are perfect for zeroing in on specific issues. And a board and train program, where your dog stays with the trainer, is a really intensive option for getting results quickly.
Okay, on to a very practical topic, the cost. Think of training as an investment in a happier, less stressful life with your dog. Let's look at what that investment might look like. It's the question everyone has, right? What should you actually plan to spend on professional dog training around here? Here's a general idea of the costs in our area. A 6-week group class is a great, affordable starting point. A board and train, on the other hand, is a much more significant investment. This should give you a pretty realistic range to help you budget. Section 4. Choosing your trainer. Now that we've covered the methods and the money, let's get into the step-by-step process of actually finding and hiring the right person.
Breaking it down like this makes it so much easier. First, do your research online. Find trainers who use positive methods and have those certifications we mentioned. Narrow it down to 2 or 3 good options. Then, the most important part, schedule a call. You really need to talk to them to see if it's a good fit.
And when you have that conversation, this is your cheat sheet. Ask about their philosophy, their credentials, and how they track progress. This will tell you a ton. And that last question about working with your vet, that is so important for any issues related to fear or anxiety. All right, our final section, local rules and resources, because great training and responsible ownership go hand in hand, especially here in North Olmsted.
Here's a number you just need to memorize: 8 feet. That is the maximum leash length allowed in public spaces in North Olmsted. It's a simple rule for everyone's safety, and a good trainer will help you master loose leash walking well inside that limit.
And here are a few other key rules. A rabies shot and tag are required for any dog over 3 months old. It's also really good to know that nonstop barking can be considered a public nuisance. That's another thing a good trainer can help you solve before it becomes a problem with the neighbors.
So, once you start training, where do you go to practice? Well, North Olmsted Park is perfect for working on basic leash skills. As your dog gets better, you can head to the Berea Trail to practice around bigger distractions. And for off-leash work like recall, the Lakewood Dog Park is a great, safe spot nearby.
And this is really what it's all about. Choosing the right trainer isn't just about fixing a behavior. It's about opening up your world. It means more enjoyable walks, calmer evenings at home, and a stronger, more trusting relationship with your dog.
Good luck on your training journey.